When dudes rock, they roll. Hello and welcome to the Dudes Roll podcast, where we discuss everything from D&D to the mysterious realm of TikTok. I'm your host, Jake, joined as always by my co-host, Myer.
What's up?
Hey, I got it that time. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
How's it going, Myer?
It's going, you know. We are in a conundrum right now, so.
Yeah, we have some party problems. Not as
scheduling. That's all.
Scheduling, yeah.
That's all.
Which we'll get into later on in the podcast. Yeah. But what'd you do this week?
That's a good question. I feel like I started streaming again. So my shout outs actually mean something now.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been addicted to Valheim, dude.
Right, yeah. Basically, everyone in this house is playing it except me.
Yeah, and it's worth it because it's like, you don't like Minecraft.
No, yeah.
But
I've never played it. It's never appealed to me.
But it's also very Dark Souls-y combat.
Now that appeals to me.
Yeah, but you adventure, you spend a lot of time in it. You can base build if you want. Not necessarily. You kind of need it to like build some things, but it's like you don't have to go heavy into the base building. You can mainly just build what you need to like make your weapons and stuff, and then you can go out and adventure, like get big ass Viking boats and go kill these high level bosses.
See, that sounds fun to me. The only problem, I probably would be like playing all these games with you, but I don't have a computer that runs. I mean, I have like a MacBook. But
I don't know if it has a MacBook port, but your PC can run this game. That's how like unlabor intensive.
My PC? Oh, like my old laptop?
Yes.
Dude, that thing can't even run.
I'm telling you, it can. Because it has less it's a less download than Minecraft.
Yeah, but I don't know if it could like keep up like with frames and stuff.
It's the lowest poly game you can ever play.
I mean, yeah, it looks low poly, but I don't know. I don't feel like there is the Steam's return policy.
Yeah, you got 2 hours.
I got 2 hours, so I guess I could try it out, and if it like runs like shit, I'll just be like, fuck it and get a return. But
literally just launch it, chop down a tree, and if it doesn't work, then
maybe one day.
Yeah.
I'm kind of broke right now.
Yeah, no, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just saying your computer could run it.
So what's it been like for you for Valheim? Like, what have you been up to in the game?
So I have 2 wards. I have one ward that I stream with, and then I have one ward that I play offline with my friends. And the one I stream with, I've not too far. I killed the first boss. There's 5 bosses right now. In total, there will be 9. But still early access. It came out this month.
Right, yeah.
So, I killed the first boss, looking for the second. I went on a 4-hour journey today. I took my boat out to the ocean, and I got lost. And so I spent 4 hours just
lost on sea.
IRL 4 hours at sea, which was like 8 days in game.
Oh my god.
And I was just lost at sea until I finally found my way back.
And that's the type of game where you have to like eat food to survive, right?
You don't.
Okay.
It gives you just like health and stamina buffs, which are 2 different things apparently.
Yeah.
Because when I think of stamina, I think of health, but it's your health is your health, and your stamina is how much you can run, you can hit, and all that. But which is stupid. I think stamina and health are the same thing in my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
That's a whole different story. But yeah, you just do that to increase your overall pull for it. It's like temporary hit points. You can increase your temporary hit points if you eat food.
Right, yeah. That makes sense.
So, and then, that's all. And on my friend's ward, we killed the 3rd boss last night. And we are now going to expand to a new area and start building a city.
Oh, wow. You can build a city?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll have a house. They'll have a house.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And there's about 8 people that play on that server. So
nice.
Yeah.
Could you play it solo? Like, could you play it with like no one else?
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's your stream?
Yeah. That's all it is. It's just me.
But your other world is you playing with like the
with
8 other people.
And
Nice.
It's more than 8, but like we have about 8 on at a time.
Right. Yeah.
So we have more than 10 total, but not everyone plays at once. Like during the day, like you'll probably be on in a few hours. I'll play with 3 other people, then 2 other people get off, then him and I will stay on into the night, and then stuff like that. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
Anything else other than Valheim, or do you want to keep talking about Valheim?
I could keep talking, but I think everyone at this point is obsessed with Valheim.
Yeah.
So I'll just
leave it at that.
And then when someone wants me to talk about Valheim, I will do a deep dive into Valheim. But how about you? How's your week?
My week's been, well, we haven't recorded in a little bit.
More so longer than a week, like week and a half.
A week and a half, something like that. But yeah, my week has been pretty all right. Just like doing homework, trying to do the last semester right, trying to get good grades. Recently I've been playing Shadow of War.
Great game.
Yeah. Have you finished it? Have you beat it?
I have not beat. This is the second one, right?
It's the second one.
I have not beaten it. I put probably 40 hours into it, but that's 2 campaigns because I started one, went 20 hours in. I was like, I'm obsessed with the like sieging in that game. Like you know how like there's all those different minions. I ended up branding all of them.
Oh, word!
And then branding the people inside the fort on the first one that you're supposed to take over. And then I stopped playing the game. I didn't even like raid the city.
Oh, right.
And then I did the same thing on my second playthrough, and then I stopped playing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just spend so much time taking over people. But anyways.
No, that's definitely a lot of fun with it. And that's definitely a way to do sieges where you go in and you take the war chiefs, like you brand them.
Yeah.
And then you just like turn it around on the I guess the Overlord is his name.
Yeah.
When they're like the head ones. But yeah, that's been a lot of fun for me. I've been like, because I have a Xbox Games Pass, so that's like, I've basically played all the big games in there. Like they have like Batman Arkham Knight. They got some really good stuff. So I've been doing that one, and like you, I've played it before, but I played it for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of the first one, but then
I beat the first one 100% at it.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love that game.
See, like that's what I'm trying to do with 2. Like I've been going around and like collecting all the artifacts, doing all like the memory missions and stuff like that, which has been a lot of fun.
There was just so much content in that one compared to the first one. Like it's ridiculous. They did a great job in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, there's so much work being put into that game. And it actually made me want to watch the Lord of the Rings movies because I've seen them, but like it was a long time ago, and I don't really remember them that much.
Yeah, same boat.
Huh?
I'm in the same boat.
Oh, right, yeah. So I started Fellowship. I got like an hour in, and I just got distracted and turned it off, and I have not gone back since. And like, I don't know. I really do like the ideas and like the setting and stuff like that, but it's hard to get invested into it because it's so long and it's so detail oriented.
Yeah, once you get past like I think it's once you get to Twin Towers, which is the second
Two
one. Two Towers. But I think once you get there, it's a lot more like Shadow of War.
Right, yeah.
And like did you hear about what WB Studios did with Warner Brothers Studios did?
No, what did they do?
Shadow of War. They patent their Nemesis system. And so no one else can do it.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's a great system, so it's like, I don't know. If I were them, I'd want to patent that too, just because it is such a really, it's unique.
It is unique, but that's like unprecedented thing in gaming is where they take a system that is like so diverse that they can use in other games, not just Warner Brothers, but other people can use it to make great games because that's one of the best things about that game is the Nemesis system. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I have at least 5 nemesis that I can remember. And they carry over game to game. Did you know that?
I think I did know that.
Because I played the first game and I was going through and I was playing, and then my nemesis from the first one came up and started attacking me.
Oh, really?
And I was just like, whoa. Time the
That's
out.
so funny.
And I didn't know that at all. And it was just saved on my Steam. I didn't have the game downloaded at the time.
Right,
the first one. The second one I had downloaded, and I was just like, what is happening right now? It was a great experience, I'm not going to lie.
But yeah, so I've been going through that, and I tried to do Lord of the Rings. I haven't found the motivation yet to get through it all. But other than that, Target was having a sale recently where they were doing like a buy 2 get 3 whatever. So I bought some movies. I bought Solaris and Stalker, which are both Andrei Tarkovsky movies, which are like Criterion movies, like they're old Russian movies. And then I also bought the Criterion copy of The Irishman.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good movie. Long as fuck.
It's like 3.5 hours or so. But I watched it because, so I went home to like puppy sit. And while I was walking out the door, I noticed that my package is there from Target. So I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I just like picked it up and brought it with me to back home.
Yeah.
And my dad recently, I don't know what sprung this, but one day he was just like, oh, hey, can you help me bring this TV inside? And I was like, okay, sure. And I like saw it, and it's like a 75-inch TV.
Oh my God.
He bought it for like $900. And I'm just like, you just bought a $900 TV? He's like, yeah.
I was bored, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So like I helped him set it up, and dude, it looks so crisp on that. He's basically made it his movie room.
Yeah, which is sick.
It's so sick. And there was like a giant beanbag in the basement with it too.
Yeah.
So I was literally like watching movies on it and like just chilling in the beanbag. And nice. I put Irishman on for a little bit just to like see how it looked, and it looks so good.
Yeah, have you speaking of in-home movie theaters, and we talked a wee bit about TikTok. Have you seen that new TikTok trend when these really rich people, like kids on there, probably teenagers and older, they're like, I'm bored or whatever, and then they're like, oh, but I have like a movie theater in my house, or I have like a grocery store in my house. So
a grocery store?
I'm not even kidding.
What? How does someone have a grocery store in their house?
They live like they have a really big house, and then like how like in New York City some people live above their thing.
Yeah.
They have like a house around it and on top of it.
Okay.
And then they have a market store downstairs.
Is it like only for them, or is it open to the public?
Open to the public.
Huh. Okay.
But they she just went there after night.
Yeah.
She just like walked in and she was just like grabbing stuff off the shelf.
What, dude?
Yeah, like white PJs. I'm like, that's what I want over all these movie theaters, all these swimming pools. I want a grocery store in my basement.
That'd be nice. Although I am jealous of people who have nice ass like movie theaters.
Yeah, but I mean, like being able to grab a snack at any time at night, dude.
That's very true.
Like candy.
But if you're that rich, you could always just be like, Butler, go to the 7-Eleven and buy me hot Cheetos.
Yeah, but like, maybe you live in a town where it's not open 24/7.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just go down to the store that's not open, which is yours, and you just grab what you want.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be amazing. But to wrap up my week, I watched I've been really bad about watching movies recently just because I've been like playing video games. I'll get to that after.
Yeah.
But I did watch 2 movies this week so far. I watched Solaris, which is one of the movies I got with my Criterion order from Target. And I watched A Brief Encounter, which is also a Criterion movie I bought from our local comic book shop.
Oh, nice. Is that a alien movie? Because I think of...
It is not.
It's a ghost movie.
Which one do you mean, Solaris or Brief Encounter? No, you're thinking of Close Encounters.
Close Encounters, that's what I was thinking of.
No, so Solaris, I'll start with Solaris. Solaris is a sci-fi movie. It's a Russian sci-fi movie, I think from like 1972. And it's about this guy who goes up to this space station over like a planet that's like people are trying to study, named Solaris, and he's sent there because he's a psychologist, and the 3 main scientists who are still there after like all these years have been like reporting like kind of going insane basically. So he goes to evaluate them. And while he's there, everything is like decrepit, like there's like trash everywhere and stuff. And he goes to like see one of the guys, and he's like super like shifty and like stubble on his face, torn up clothes, and he's just, yeah, space meth.
Yeah.
And Karkaris, yeah. And he's just like, okay, where's my buddy who I knew from a previous mission? Like the psychologist says that, and he's like, oh, he killed himself like months ago. And he's like, oh. So he like goes to his room and he like finds a videotape and he starts watching it, and it's really weird, and he's like talking to someone off camera. And then when he's going to his room, he starts to see people walking through the space station, and he's like, huh, what's going on? So he goes to his room, he falls asleep, and he wakes up, and his dead wife is sitting at on a chair in front of him.
All right, I don't want you to say any more because I kind of want to watch that movie.
It's a really slow burn. Like I was that day I was really tired and I almost fell asleep throughout the whole movie, but the ending was so worth it. The payoff is great.
Willing to watch it again
tonight?
Maybe not tonight.
Not tonight, but I would be willing to watch it again because it is good. I also have that other movie from him called Stalker, which is supposed to be one of the best sci-fi movies ever made.
Well,
but Solaris is basically so 2001: A Space Odyssey, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the most famous sci-fi movies of all time. He made that in not opposition, but as a response to 2001.
Okay. Because he wrote that in like that was a book, wasn't it?
2001?
Yeah.
I believe 2001 was a book, but Solaris was also a book, and it was also adapted from a book. But they don't have any relation like the books, but the movie makers do. So Kubrick made 2001, and then Tarkovsky saw it, and basically his critique was that it was too too sterile, too not filled with human emotion. So he made Solaris as a response to that, basically.
Okay.
And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. But the other movie I watched, Brief Encounter, I watched that last night, and oh boy, was that such a fucking good movie.
Oh, really?
It immediately jumped in my top 50.
Oh, really?
Probably like top 20 of all time, actually.
It sounds so bad. It's like, oh, top 50, but like people don't know how many movies you watch. So
I know.
It just sounds like top 50. It's like, okay.
Out of like 100, like that doesn't.
Yeah, that doesn't sound that great.
No, it's like out of, I don't know, like 1,300 right now.
Yeah.
But no, so it's about it's 1938. It was made in 1945. It's 1938, and it centers around a housewife named Laura. And she has a brief encounter with a man at a train station. Throughout her week, she goes out shopping, she goes to see a movie, and she takes the train back to where she lives. And she has an encounter with a man where she goes out to catch her train, and she gets a little grit in her eye. Like she goes out, and the smoke passes by from the train, and she's like, oh, something's in my eye, and goes back to the refreshment room to like get help. And he is like, oh, I'm a doctor, can I help you? And he helps her out, and they just leave. And then they keep on bumping into each other throughout the coming weeks, and eventually they fall in love. But she's married, and he's also married.
Okay.
So it's about like a tragic love story between these two people that have a chance encounter and then fall in love.
Okay. I thought it was going to be something more like the TV show You. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I know he's like a psycho.
He's a stalker.
Okay, yeah.
So, and I thought what you were explaining at the beginning was that it was going to be like he was purposely putting him in places where he would run into him.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, this is weird. That's
no,
weird.
yeah. It's completely earnest. He's a doctor. And but I was reading, so like a lot of Criterion copies come with like a little essay that like a film critic or like a journalist like writes for the film.
Yeah.
And one of like when I was reading it at the very end, he was like, there's also a theory that this guy is an escaped mental patient and the only time he can come out and see her, because he's like, meet me at Thursday at 12:30 outside the hospital, and the theory is that he's a mental patient who can only escape at that certain time. Bullshit theory, but like,
I mean, it would be funny to think of it.
Yeah,
that way.
it's crazy. It's a tragic love story, and it literally is so good. I really, really enjoyed it.
Sounds good. I mean, isn't 1945?
1945, and it is a really fast-paced and really well-made movie for 1945. The director David Lean actually went on to make Lawrence of Arabia, which is like one of cinema's epics.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I haven't seen it, but it's basically just like this guy named I can't really speak on it either
because you don't know.
Because it basically takes place in Arabia, like Egypt. I want to say, and it's like an epic, so it's like 4 hours long.
Oh, I didn't know what an epic was.
Epic is like when it comes to movies, it's like a really, really long movie.
So Irishman. Yeah,
kind of like The Irishman. I'd say The Irishman is an epic. I would also say that the The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is another epic.
Oh yeah, my dad loves that movie. That's a huge movie. But we have a guest. Yeah.
We have a guest who just walked in to our podcast.
You want to say hi, Tyler?
Hello. One.
Wait, no, you need to.
Hello.
There you go.
One. Catch Me If You Can. Fantastic movie.
Fantastic. Steven Spielberg, so good.
Fantastic.
Love that movie.
Really good. 2.
I think I actually have it on DVD.
Really?
I think so.
It's very, very good. I watched it on Netflix the other day because they added a bunch of DiCaprio
Did you
movies.
just watch it?
Only like 3 weeks ago, yeah.
For the first time?
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know it
right?
existed before then.
Yeah.
It came out, probably 2003, 2004?
Something like that, yeah.
I would have been like 7, 8. I'm not watching R-rated movies, assuming it's R-rated.
I think it is.
Also, Angels and Demons. Is it worth a watch?
Angels
Tom
and
Hanks.
Demons. That's the sequel to the Da Vinci Code, right?
It's a sequel?
It's a sequel to the Da Vinci Code, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Is the duo worth watching?
I've never seen either.
You're wild.
Yeah, I've never seen the Da Vinci Code. I've had chances, but I've never pulled the trigger.
I watched the first like 10, 15 minutes of each. They both felt a little cheesy. I didn't know that they were properly sequels, but they did feel a little cheesy.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Wait, you
I wasn't
watched
sure.
it?
Like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of
okay,
each.
yeah.
And I was like, they started talking Illuminati stuff, and I'm like,
Wait. While we have you here, can you introduce yourself? And come closer to the mic.
Hi.
No. This is the D&D podcast. We both run campaigns, and you are a player in our campaign.
Player.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
I am an avid FIFA and League of Legends player.
Yeah.
So I am quite out of the loop here. I picked up Risk of Rain the other day.
Talk about your D&D character.
Dragon?
Yes.
Born?
Dragonborn.
No, that's Skyrim.
No, it is Dragonborn.
It's Dragonborn as well?
Yeah, it's Dragonborn.
So they stole it from Skyrim.
No,
Yes.
it's the other way around.
Yeah, they stole it from Skyrim.
Sure.
Good to know. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. And I think my name's Alduin because I stole that from Skyrim.
Now that's from Skyrim. Yeah, that's from Skyrim. That's in Everstone.
Oh, in Everstone.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to searching for valuables.
Yeah.
It's about the extent of my character. Considering that
for
was
valuables.
the only, that was my first campaign ever.
Uh-huh.
And the second one, I am a crack addict.
Yeah. Talk a little bit more into the mic.
Crack addict.
That's perfect.
Is this what you want?
A little bit away, but that's good. Yeah.
Like it doesn't pick up on the side, so you gotta talk into
Yeah.
the actual.
Oh yeah.
Are we keeping it? This is going in the podcast.
All right. I tried my best here. I don't think I'm gonna watch Da Vinci Code or Angels and Demons.
Yeah, explain your second character.
Yeah.
I'm my crack addict with red skin.
Yeah,
But what are you?
What's the name of it? It's like
Ganeshi?
Ganeshi.
Okay,
He's like I'm a red Ganeshi, which means I'm resistant to fire.
Wait,
and
but
I
what
have
else
fire
does he
stuff.
do beside do
I'm
crack?
a sorcerer.
No, I mean like what's his
Hot Boys Incorporated.
Hot Boys Incorporated.
Yes, sir. It's the most important business venture that all of you now have the opportunity to invest in. All you have to do is come to a short seminar. There's a free toaster at the end. It only lasts about 3 hours.
Wait, you get a timeshare as well at the end, right?
Well, of course.
No, okay, yeah.
Hot Boys Incorporated is a very wide company with many daughter companies beneath it, including those that own timeshares, specifically in Ohio.
Right,
Let me
yes.
have you know that Ohio is an amazing tourist location.
It is.
It's fantastic.
It's got the Rock and Roll Hall of
Have
Fame.
you ever seen Cleveland?
No.
It's a horrible town. And you can see it firsthand. Have you guys seen that? It's like one of the first videos on the internet ever. It was a student project about like why Cleveland is awesome.
Wait, I think I did.
It's it's like one of the first internet videos ever. It's so funny, dude. It hits the nail on the head as to why Ohio is a massive tourist attraction. And I would suggest that you invest in our timeshares there, and then you get to learn a little bit more about being a hot boy.
Tyler, one more thing for me. Do you have anything to say to the viewers? And speak into the mic.
Don't play FIFA. It will ruin you.
All right, let's give a big hand to Tyler for coming on the podcast. All right.
This is recorded in a live studio audience.
It is, yeah. Thanks, Tyler.
Wow.
What were we talking about?
I have no idea. But we do need to go over one thing. I'm cleaning my mic just for safety reasons, not rude reasons. But we do need to cover one thing before we continue whatever we are talking about.
What is that?
We need to talk about Hot Boys Incorporated. He never explained what it was.
I know, yeah. I thought he was going to go in on it. I mean, It is a great investment opportunity. But.
Yeah, obviously. But Hot Boys Incorporated, we talked a little bit about it, but it is a lantern shop that he owns, that he makes lanterns and sells them in my D&D campaign.
Yes.
And it burnt down in the first session, and he's been trying...
Mysteriously burnt down.
Yes, you haven't solved that one yet.
Mm-hmm.
And he's spent at least... He's trying to build it back up. Like, he's actually trying to start the business, which would be pretty cool to see if he actually does it. But
Right, yeah.
Anyways.
What
were we talking?
We were talking about epics.
Epics,
and
yeah.
But yeah, that's that aside. I just want to talk about one more thing I did this week. So a while ago, you gave me. Well, I don't know if you gave me. I'm borrowing, your PS Vita.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't touched it in a long time, just simply because, like, you know, it's a PS Vita.
Yeah.
I think I played like a little demo on it, and then I like never touched it again.
Yeah.
And recently, on my YouTube recommendation, I got this series, which is like 3 hour-and-a-half long videos, all about a retrospective of Sly Cooper.
Okay.
The old, Sly Cooper, the old video game.
Of course, it's one of the greatest games of all time.
Exactly. So I was like, fuck, I want to play Sly Cooper again, because I've played all 3 of them. I actually don't think I ever beat the 3rd one.
Oh, I beat all of them.
So I was like looking to where I could play it, and everyone is like, okay, the only place you can play it is PlayStation Now, which is PlayStation's answer to Xbox's Games Pass, basically.
Yeah.
But the thing about a lot of PlayStation Now old games is, so PlayStation Now offers the feature to download games, but only like 20% of the games on there you can download. So the other 80% you have to stream. And if you do not have a fucking amazing internet connection, the stream is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
So I have in the past tried to play Sly Cooper on my PS4, and it just doesn't fucking work. So I was like, fuck, what do I do? And then I saw that the Sly Cooper collection is on the Vita.
Oh.
So it was $15 for all 3 games. I was like, that's worth it to me.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and I've been playing the Sly Cooper collection recently. I beat 1. I platinumed both 1 and 2. I platinumed 2 last night, and now I'm on the 3rd one.
Damn. I kind of want to play them afterwards, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, that's
those
fine.
Games are great.
Yeah, after I finish 3, I'll platinum 3, because they're really easy to platinum too.
Also, like, I have plenty of time. I got Valheim. So,
Yeah.
Take your time.
They each of them is like, you could spend 12 to 18 hours and platinum them.
Yeah.
100% them. But and it feels so good to play a game I was so nostalgic for, because I remember
That game was so good.
It was so good. I remember being a child and like playing Sly Cooper 1 on my PlayStation 2 and being like, this is the best game I've ever played.
And I sometimes, like, the boss mechanics were actually really cool and creative.
Yeah,
and
yeah, totally.
Like, more so than some games are now. And no offense to any game. Actually, no offense to some games, but not all games.
Yeah.
And then, like, the story was, like, actually good. And their animations and their art style was
unique.
And it was, like, well rendered for their time.
Yeah, totally.
So...
I love the story of Sly Cooper, and I remember I don't remember if it was the second one or the third one, but I remember being a kid and they were running this promotion on, it was like Cartoon Network or something like that, and it was like at a certain time on this day from like 9 to 9:20, if you were watching Cartoon Network, they were going to show a commercial that was for Sly Cooper 2, and it showed a phone number. And if you were one of the first people to call that phone number, you would get a free copy of Sly Cooper 2. And I remember doing this. And I remember... Oh, Tyler let him in. And I remember doing this. And I remember calling the number, and it never worked for me.
Oh, man.
Do you remember that?
I think I heard of it, but I didn't. I don't know if I ever called it.
Right, yeah.
But I think I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe we can find that on YouTube.
I bet you can.
I wonder what the number is.
I think it was for 2. I think it was for the second one.
I wonder what the number is. I wonder if that number's still up.
It was definitely like a 1-800 and like...
Yeah, but I wonder if we call it, if it still says Sly Cooper is no longer here.
Oh, that'd be so sick, dude.
We should try to find it after this.
Yeah, 100%. But I guess that comes to an end for my week.
we always start the week and then we just talk about so many different shit.
Yeah, because it's fun. Who cares? This is our podcast. Stop
we
listening.
Do what we want.
Yeah, exactly. But we're going to talk about a situation that we have found ourselves in, and I assume that a lot of people who have either run D&D games or are a part of a D&D game have also run into this situation.
Yeah, it sucks, but we are currently at the point where someone got a new work schedule, so no longer all of us can play at the same day.
Mm-hmm.
So we now have to come. One of our party members has offered to take the L and no longer play.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So we have to have a conversation about, is that what we really want to do, or do we just want to stop playing D&D, which... Obviously, we have a D&D podcast. We don't want to stop playing D&D.
Yeah.
But we also don't want to ruin someone else's fun. And But, yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge bummer. And the thing that sucks is it's like literally the only day that this person can play. The other person who has a schedule conflict got their work changed. And then it's like reversed. So it's like... That's the only day they can play, but then the other one can't play any other days with that, except this one other day who that person can't play at all that day.
It sucks because the schedule changed, and now they have more days available, but the days available is the person that's probably going to end up leaving the session only has 2 days free, and one of those 2 days is no longer... the day we play, if that makes... This is very complex.
It's basically, if you look at it on a Sunday to Saturday, like calendar-wise, basically one person is free this day, no one else is free that day. The other person is free that day, no one else is free that day.
Yeah, exactly, and it sucks, but... Yeah.
So I guess we were just going to talk about, like, the feeling of it and, like, the solutions, and... it would be really cool to like talk to someone who has gone through this before, because I haven't really gone through this. The only other time I've had a conflict in a D&D session was back in the day in my first like real session when we were playing, and one of the players was very unhappy with an outcome of the session, and they decided themselves to leave. And it really upset the DM, and they almost stopped playing until like we had to convince them to like keep playing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why can't things just work out?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you have something fun going. Oh, my cat's playing with your watch reflection.
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
funny. Yeah, there he is.
But D&D's really like it's a fun thing to do, and people really want to do it all the time.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop messing with him. Shout out Moo Moo.
Yeah, that's my cat, by the way. But it's like sometimes people just want to leave. Like, it's not like they don't like it anymore. There was very rare cases where people don't like D&D and they leave, but I don't think that's the case for everyone. And then there's the case where they just leave because they want to like do other things, and it's really upsetting because it ruins the party dynamic.
100%. And it's just like, and thankfully, the person that might drop out is very, very cool about it.
Yeah, they offered it before it was even a question. It was like,
yeah, and I just ended up messaging them just to make sure of their opinion of it. And obviously I was like, look, I really appreciate you offering, but is that 100% cool? Like, would you 100% be down with that? And obviously you can always come back if we do find a time and like fix a schedule so we can have the party back together again. But thankfully this person is really awesome and volunteered themselves to be the one to drop out. But we as DMs don't want anyone to drop out.
Yeah, exactly. Because one, we want to see their character progress, and we also want to, like, just see it continue. It's a tough situation overall. It's almost as bad as a TPK. But
yeah.
But
at least with the TPK, everyone was involved.
Yeah, and
it's like you could start over again.
Exactly, you can come back. But with a TPK, it's like with this, that you're gone. It's a permadeath almost. Yeah.
Thankfully, well, it'll be up to them. They can choose to be like, yeah, kill my character off, or they can be like, no, let my character like go off on their own adventure, and then maybe they'll come back. Like just recently in my last session, Everstone, which was it was like a month ago.
Yeah, we play so irregularly.
Yeah, the last session of Everstone, 2 people couldn't play anymore, and I killed off both of them because they were both like, yeah, I'm done. It was fun while it lasted, but I'm good. Yeah. And like, hey, that's how it goes,
Yeah, dropping like flies. We need to recruit more people. Anyways, so we're looking for new players.
Yeah, call us at 1-800 Hot Boys Incorporated.
Exactly. INC is the extension.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, we're kind of just like going through the motions of it, and trying to figure out what we want to do. But we did say at the top of the hour that we talk about the the mysterious realm of TikTok, and I wanted to bring up a couple because D&D TikTok is a huge platform.
It's enormous.
Yeah. And I wanted to bring up a couple TikToks that I saw recently, and I do you have any that come to mind when we talk about D&D TikTok?
Yeah, I definitely have a few that I can go look at.
So one of them I want to bring up is something I brought up to you before, was and this is very commonplace throughout a lot of DMs, is the DM themselves rolling the death saves for a player character when they go down to 0 HP behind the screen and not telling them whether it's success or fail until they either die or come back up.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like that's it could be really good for the intensity of battle, and it also makes it so, which they said in the video, because I saw the same video.
Right, yeah.
That people can't metagame. Like,
exactly.
It's like, oh yeah, like I have 2 saves and 1 fail, I'm fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you go do that, like I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's like your top concern is saving your friend at this point.
Exactly.
Or it's like, do I care about them enough? Like, is my life more important here at this point in time? Do I need to focus on killing this guy and getting out safely? And that's the benefit to the not being seen. But there is also the shitty thing is when you roll shittily as a DM.
Yeah.
Like we all have those days, and then you kill off a character with your rolls, they're gonna blame you for that.
Yeah,
And
that's
because-
why the most important part about that whole thing is that everyone needs to be on board with the DM rolling death saves. It can't just be a thing the DM is like, I'm going to roll your death saves now. That's not cool.
Yeah, not at all. But I like it.
I like it too.
I want to do it. And this is 2 out of how many of them party members?
Yeah, that's true.
So
I would also like to start doing it in my sessions, but I don't know if everyone would be down. And I totally respect anyone who's just like, nah, I don't want to do that.
yeah.
Just because, it's personal preference. And if it's not unanimous, then there's no point in trying.
Yeah. I like it. I'm not gonna force it on anyone, obviously. You have to agree to it. But I think it's something that we can look over. But damn, it does that one thing of just not knowing. It makes me so much more anxious on battles.
Yeah, it definitely is like much more of a, oh my god, they're literally gonna die if I don't do something.
Yeah, and I don't like it I can just picture my character in that situation, and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there because that makes it so the entire time I'm down, I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, okay.
And that makes sense for role-playing purposes too.
Because you're not doing it.
If you're unconscious, you're not doing anything.
Exactly.
You can't talk to anyone. It really does cut out all the metagame that could possibly happen.
Yeah, during battle, other than, like, oh, we should do this, this, and this, even though unless you're yelling it across the room, but yelling across the room should happen in turn, not.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah.
Another one I saw that was really cool was I think his handle. I'm sorry, I forgot the last guy's handle. Who excuse me. I forgot the last guy's handle who proposed the death save thing. But a lot of people have talked about that already.
I have that. It is forever_DM.
Ah, right. Thank you.
Welcome.
And then there's this other guy that I follow on D&D who's called Dungeon Coach or something along those lines. If you looked up the Dungeon Coach on TikTok, you'd probably find him. And his proposition was how he handles potions in battle.
Oh.
So a lot of the time to use a potion, I don't remember if it is a full action or if it is a bonus action to use a potion.
I think it is
I think it's a full.
I think it can be, it is it's actually because most of my D&D knowledge comes from one source, so
yeah,
that one source is a bonus action, but I think in the book it's a action.
Right. Okay. So there's varying opinions on what the potion does. But what he does for his potions is a lot of the times when you have a potion and you want to use it and it's a full action, you have to roll for it.
Yeah.
So like a minor potion is a D4, regular potion is a D6, and so on and so forth. And you roll for it, you add your constitution, and that goes into your health. Now, imagine you're in the heat of battle. You have a potion on you, and you only have 2 HP left. You need to take your potion. Yeah. You go, I'm going to use my action to use a potion. Take your potion out. You roll for it. Out of a D6, you roll a 1. You have a constitution of 2. You gain 3.
Yeah.
It sucks. But this guy's solution to that is you can either, 1, do a bonus action to use a potion, and then you do roll, and you add your constitution for it, or you do your full action and you take all the health you possibly could. So a D6, it would be 6 plus that.
Yeah.
And his justification was, if you're doing a bonus action to take a potion, so like you're doing something and then you just take a potion out really quickly just to like drink it very quickly.
A good example would be an action to disengage.
Uh-huh.
And so you're getting away from the battle.
Exactly.
At the same time, you're trying to like drink your potion.
Exactly. And in some instances, if you're trying to do something as well as drink your potion, you're not going to be able to drink all of it. Some might spill, so it might not fill you up. But if you take a full action, so like you move, you stop, and then you focus on drinking your potion, you're always going to get the highest amount that you should from a potion.
Yeah. And there's also like... The thing is, we don't have an alchemist in either of our groups.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And the thing I've noticed that in other like mainstream D&D players is that sometimes the DM pulls a trick on you, and they're not actually health potions.
Oh,
or they're not potent health potions, or they could just be a solvent that does nothing.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
You have to like investigate the potion before you even use it.
Oh, like when you buy it.
Yeah.
In a sense to be like, oh, is this actually a health potion or not?
And the guy can be like, yeah, sure. And then it's like, I roll deception. Or I roll insight. That's what it would be.
Yeah, but you could also just be like, okay, because you're now an alchemist. You looks like a health potion.
That's a good point, yeah. Because if you're not an alchemist, you probably would not really have a good idea of if it was or not. You'd probably roll at disadvantage, if anything.
Yeah, you just look at it, and the only reason like it doesn't matter is because I know that neither of us would throw that in because that's just cheesy because they're expensive.
It's a little cheap.
Yeah, but like when you get higher level and you're trying to buy normal health potion, then you can do it because you're not talking about like high-end health potions, but a normal health potion, I'm like maybe this one isn't real.
Yeah,
but like you
stop like as a shady guy on the side of the road.
Yeah, like I need some health potions. You're like, want to pay gold for it? It's like, yeah, and they're like, okay, this is what I got.
He turns his back to you. He's like,
it's like blue. It's like, yeah, obviously.
Do you
picture health potions red?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Health is red.
Yeah.
Blue is magic.
Yeah.
Green is stamina.
Oh, poison.
Or poison. Yeah, that's it. Oh, you know what? No, poison is like a purplish green.
I saw green as poison and yellow as stamina.
Oh, yellow is stamina. I feel like yellow could be another form of magic.
No, it's stamina.
All right. Here's a good question for you.
All right.
Out of English, math, science, and history, what colors go with those? So, like, imagine you're a kid in your elementary and you have folders for certain colors. What are the colors?
Navy blue.
No, you're so wrong, bro.
Navy blue.
You're so wrong. History's red.
Science?
Green. Yes. No, history's yellow.
No, English is navy blue.
Math is blue.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, math is blue.
Well, see, that's the thing. I've alternated my binders because I was not an organized kid. So I alternated my binders in middle school and high school more middle school than between all those colors, except for science. Science has always been green.
Yeah, if anyone says science is something other than green, their opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
But, like, I think... Well, like, what are the four base colors? We get yellow?
It's yellow, blue, red, and then green. So, like, the three primary colors are red, blue, yellow, but then, like, green is a secondary.
I would use yellow as math.
Whoa, that's a hot take, bro.
Really?
I think so. Yellow is 100% history. Math is always blue.
Nah, dude, I don't see it as a blue.
Really?
Because I used the only binder I can remember is my navy blue English binder.
Did you just look for it?
No, I was looking for my cat.
Oh.
I thought I was doing something. But yeah, navy blue English binder. And I told
Wait, is Tyler out there? I think I hear him.
I don't know.
Can we check to see if he can weigh in on this?
All right.
I'll fill the dead air while you go. So yeah, I don't know what Myer's talking about. This is how the school supplies go. You go, math is blue, English is red, history is yellow, and science is green.
I can see
Was he not out there?
No, he's out there.
Will he weigh in?
He said no.
Oh, that fucker.
He's eating right now.
All we need him is for 10 seconds.
Well, he said no.
What a loser.
I mean, you can yell to him.
Tyler! Come in here. We need you. For like 10 seconds.
We're trying to get Tyler back, but he doesn't want to come through.
Did he say no? I couldn't hear him.
I didn't hear him either.
Is that a yes or no? Oh. Oh, here we go. Okay. Wait. Here, take this microphone.
That microphone's better for you.
Tyler, I need to ask you something. Out of English, math, science, and history, if you had a binder for each of those, what color would the binder be for each of those classes?
Math is blue, English is red, science is green, orange is history.
Whoa, I was on board until history. History's yellow. Although I do like...
Orange and yellow are kind of the same thing.
They're very...
Up here in my color hierarchy. Nice. So I'd always have it anyways.
Nice. All right, yeah, no, see? Math is blue.
Dude, English is blue.
English is red, dude.
No.
If you think English is blue, then
maybe a like maroon red, but not a bright red, dude.
It is a bright red.
No, God, no.
Yes, English is red.
You're wrong. And did he put my fucking cat back in here?
I don't know. I think he carried him in.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad Tyler agreed with me. I feel vindicated.
It's an opinion, so.
Yeah, and your opinion's wrong.
I mean, no, my opinion's right, but when it comes to when it comes to science, it's green.
Yeah, it's like, unanimously green.
Like if you say it's not green, then your opinion's wrong.
I could see it being purple. If I'm being totally honest, I could see science being purple.
You literally said like 5 minutes ago. Not even 5 minutes. 2 minutes ago that you said anyone that thinks other than green, your opinion is wrong.
No, I agree that green is the unanimous standard for science.
No, it's always green.
Okay, but like, imagine someone who's colorblind. Red, green, colorblind. Yo, that's ableist, bro.
Screw them. I'm colorblind, so I can actually say that.
Are you?
Yeah, red and blue.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Red and blue?
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't know what math or English is?
Nope.
Wait, you're messing with me.
I don't know what the subjects are because I don't know what the color is. So
you're fucking with me.
I'm not. I am actually red and blue colorblind, just like my dad.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
My dad's actually red green. I'm red blue. Yeah.
My buddy is red green colorblind, and he got
he hates Christmas.
Yeah, he got colorblind glasses, like the ones that like you can see, and he's been like watching all the movies that like are like really vibrant and stuff. And he's like, I fucking hate anyone who can actually see because I'm missing out.
Oh man,
and I was like, damn, yeah, that sucks, dude.
Mine's very minor.
Right,
like it's not like a heavy like, oh my god, you hold up a neon red versus a
neon blue,
like a dark blue. I won't be able to tell the difference or whatever. Like,
so what do reds and blues look like to you?
Sometimes I just like if they're really close in colors. I sometimes think like if it's a red, like a maroon red, I would think it's a blue.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so like a navy blue and a maroon is kind of similar to you.
Exactly.
Interesting. Huh? I didn't know that.
That's it.
Cool.
Like, it's not that crazy. That's why I say fuck colorblind people.
Yeah. You can say that. You're allowed.
Yeah, I'm allowed. Just like I can say fuck deaf people. Because and they can't hear me, so what they're gonna do?
Whoa!
Hey, if for anyone that doesn't know, I am fully deaf in my left ear.
Yeah.
And the reason I talk the way I do is because I'm half deaf. I've lived with it my whole life. I can say whatever I want. This is okay. I shouldn't even have to say that I can say this, but yeah, I can.
But you know how the internet is.
Yep.
But yeah, we were talking about potion colors, and then we got on this tangent.
Yes.
So potion colors. They're red. But so that was my other. Myer just slammed his elbow into the desk.
Dude,
poor guy.
This is the most chaotic podcast recording we've had yet.
This is fun. I want to keep doing this.
Yeah, we've had a random guest come in, spew his shit about Hot Boys Incorporated and the Da Vinci Code. We had Jake play with my cat for like 20 minutes. Not really, but you know.
Yeah.
And I just fucking it's been all over the place.
Hey,
and we still haven't even finished our weeks.
What? Yes, we did.
I'm kidding. Imagine though.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. We get an hour in and we're like, yeah, so to wrap up my week.
Yeah.
But that's all the TikToks that I had like in mind. Dude. Oh, speaking of TikTok, I just had one hit 100,000 views.
Nerd.
Yeah, it was pretty funny though. It's got like 14,000 likes. It's pretty good engagement, honestly, for 100,000 views, I think.
Yeah, and too bad it wasn't promoting our podcast.
Yeah, I'm actually actively demoting our podcast. So if anyone's like, "Do you have a podcast?" I'm like, "No." They ask me in the comments, "Hey, you're cool. Do you have a podcast?" And I'm like, "No, I do not."
Actually, though, why don't you put in your bio?
I don't know. I have my letterboxd in my bio.
We'll put in your TikTok one.
I guess so.
Do what you want. TikTok sound starts playing.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
So I'm gonna become TikTok famous, and you're gonna be a famous Twitcher. Is that what it's called? Twitcher?
It's a streamer.
You Twitchy.
It's a stream.
People would think we're drunk right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's midday.
No, we're sober as a dog. Is that a saying? Sober as a dog?
No.
What does it say? It's like sober as a skunk.
No, that's drunk as a skunk.
Oh.
What?
This episode's very manic.
Yeah, it's super manic, dude. We actually didn't have a topic to start out with. We just winged it today.
Yeah, this is more fun. I like this.
Yeah.
Do you have a TikTok you want to talk about?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I have a few.
Oh, okay. Are they D&D centered?
Yeah. Burped into the mic.
Oh yeah.
Always.
That's a good way to fill the dead air.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna check on a TikTok that I posted and see how it's doing. Probably still 0
I told
views.
you not to fucking check it.
Well, I'm checking it now.
No, don't check it.
It's got 180 views. Oh, it's got good likes. Someone said I thought you were Joe Rogan because of your voice. What?
Oh my god. Speak again.
You ever tried DMT? That doesn't sound like Joe Rogan, dude.
You like Logie sound like Joe Rogan.
No, I don't. Are you serious? Stop it. No, I don't, dude.
I'm going to play this.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, you do.
No.
Low-key.
Oh, my God.
I don't listen to Joe Rogan much.
Me neither.
I've seen one episode of them, so maybe.
Is Tyler out there? Tyler. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm going to play the audio for this. You will never see the actual video of it.
Okay.
We'll just play the audio through my mic.
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. If you don't know the sound, then you probably won't get the meta of it, but fuck it.
Okay.
You know, I always hear people say, "Oh, combat is so boring. Can't we just role play? Why don't you role play in combat? Just role play in combat. Say something, do something. Doesn't have to be move, attack, and turn. Role play in combat. Do it." You know, I always
100% agree with that, dude.
Yeah. Did we hear it on mic? I don't know
yeah, it kind of picked up. Basically, it was the dramatic noise where he was just like, everyone's saying combat is boring. I just want to role play. Why don't you role play in combat then?
Yeah.
Which good point.
Yeah, do it, bro.
Yeah, just fucking do it.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, pussy. No, that's so true, because a lot of combat does devolve into, okay, I move here, I swipe, I miss. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I tried to roleplay in combat. I think probably the best moment I had in roleplay / combat at the same time, was when I fucking killed off the wizard for Bruce.
The wizard. Also, when you killed off the lady magic user with the necklace, that was very much roleplay.
Yeah. I had motivation behind this one. That one was just me being chaotic. But I'll explain
there was motivation though, because you wanted to be chaotic.
Yeah, I'll explain that in a second. But
talk about the wizard one.
So I got the final blow on the wizard that killed off Bruce because he was leaving the campaign. But I got the final blow on him. And
did we ever say how Bruce died?
He was burnt to smithereens. A fireball got thrown at him. He got blown against the wall.
Because the wizard time stopped, picked him up by the throat,
and he
stabbed him in the throat.
Yeah.
And then Bruce, in his final act of like death, noticed that a glowing rock was hanging. I should say a glowing stone was hanging around his neck, and he grabbed it and threw it on the ground, and it like overpowered basically and exploded and knocked Bruce against a wall and the wizard back, and his magic potential was literally halved.
He did get fucked up though from a fireball prior.
Yeah, he got fucked by fire.
I'm so glad I didn't go next to him when we first went in the room because
dude,
he got he did like 40 points of damage on the first round before we even went in combat as a sneak attack or whatever.
Yeah. I wanted it to be cool for Bruce, so I wanted to give him like a good moment to like get hurt, but then also like redeem, like basically save the party. Because if Bruce didn't do that, you guys would be dead.
Watch him. Well, I got very fucking close, but anyways, so I get to find a blow on the wizard. Wizard goes down, and I took my glaive, I spun it around, and I like jabbed it into his chest. And I went down, and I whispered in his ear, and I said, "That was for Bruce." And then I like pulled it up. He whispered something to me.
He whispered you the big bad's name.
Yeah.
He was like, "You will be no match for," and he said the big bad's name.
Yeah.
I fucking forget.
Whatever. It gives you time to work on it.
Yeah.
And then I stood up again, spun it around again, and then stabbed him in the center of the forehead, like down the middle of the like nose and stuff like that. And I was just like, "Fuck this, dude!" It was really cool. I had a really good time.
Who killed his like little Igor guy? Do you remember?
Pierce did.
Pierce did. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
No. Shaylee did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. She was in bear form.
Oh, and she like ate him basically.
She
like,
mauled him
to death. Yeah. That's awesome. That guy was a little shit.
He was. Fuck him. But now you have to play him for the rest of the campaign.
But now I have to play him for the rest of the campaign because Will found, or Pierce, I guess, found a ring on him and put it on, and it's like a thing about lying, like
no one can tell if you're lying unless it's a magical use. Something like
I
that.
don't think that's it. I think it's like you get a bonus to lying.
That's what we want to do to fix it. It says no one can tell you are lying. That is the.
Does it actually? I feel like we thought it was that, then we checked, and it was actually not that bad.
Maybe not. Whatever. Either way.
Oh, it's no one can use magic to tell you're lying.
Yeah.
So you can he can lie, and then someone can just roll deception or roll insight and tell he's lying.
I think that's it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Basically, the ring traps the soul of whoever died while wearing it, and that little fucker was wearing it when and I forget what the voice is. I think I was like, "Hello, master.
Yeah,
I will end you." So I have to fucking do that voice for like the rest of the fucking campaign, which sucks.
Yeah, it's definitely something else. And then the mage bitch.
The mage bitch. Oh, Trisset.
No, not Trisset. The one. I killed.
The one who ran the woeful whore.
Yeah, I killed the wow. So I was on a side quest by myself where I had to get an amulet off of her to get some free work from a what they called a jeweler.
A jeweler.
Because I was trying to figure out what I found a necklace inside of a mimic, which we haven't done anything with that yet.
You haven't gone back to that guy yet, have you?
No, I have the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have both of them because I killed her and I robbed the thing.
Yeah.
So I just got everything I wanted. I was supposed to bring him back the necklace that makes me look younger.
Right.
But I never did.
He probably doesn't like that.
No. But so I.
But you're a knight, so you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly. But I basically said to this jeweler, because I wanted him to inspect my ring, my necklace I found, this gem. It was a gem. And he said, "I won't do it unless you got like 5,000 gold or some crazy amount number."
I remember that.
And I was like, "Okay, well, what can I do for you?" And he was like, "Well, steal the necklace off of this person." And come to find out, she's the owner of the woeful whore. I go meet with her, have a great conversation. She lets me borrow it. I told her the situation.
Yeah, she was chill.
And I bring it back to her, and he's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to need it for the rest of my life." I'm like, "Okay." I show that I can get it. I'm going to bring it back to her, but you need to tell me what my gem does. And he's like, okay. So he tells me what it does.
What did it do? I forget.
It's basically a compass to something.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know what it's to, but it's a compass to something.
Oh, yeah. I know where it's going now.
Yeah. So I took it back to the girl, and she's like, okay, well, you're not getting this back. I'm like, cool, that's fine. And then I convinced the party that she's an evil person and we need to kill her, even though she's not. She's just a normal person.
She's pretty neutral.
Yeah. And so we corner her in an back alley and we fight her. She's apparently a powerful mage that threw magic missiles at us and
fireball.
Yeah. She didn't throw a fireball.
She did throw a fireball.
She would have fucked up 10,000
She did it.
buildings.
I remember. That was the first thing she did.
She did magic. Okay. Either way, I don't remember that.
She did magic missile later on when like you guys were all like running around everywhere. So she was like, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah. And then we got her down and then she surrendered. And at this at this point I was going chaotic so I can turn back into neutral because I didn't like being lawful good. This is what we talked about, my character changing, my alignment. And so I walked up and I kicked her in the back of the knee, get her down like on her knees, and I swung my sword. I had a sword at the time, not a glaive, and chopped her head off. And then took the necklace and put it on.
Everyone was like, whoa, overkill much. But it made sense for what you were doing.
And I was like, and they're like, you didn't have to kill him. I'm like, I don't give two shits. She was evil. She tried to kill us, and that's it. And then I walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah, badass as fuck.
Evil as fuck.
I wouldn't mind playing an evil character, but...
Yeah.
But you don't like evil characters.
I mean, the thing about evil characters is it's really hard to plan and to get them to go on a campaign that, like, makes sense and it isn't totally erratic, at least in my opinion, at least in my experience.
Yeah, so what if I propose a character to you? Someone that is not obsessed with worldly possessions. They will take them to advance in life, but they won't steal gold or magic items or anything like that from the party. But they are obsessed with killing. So, but they're not. They don't like. They understand that they can get in a lot of trouble. So they're kind of like a Dexter. If you have ever.
Yeah. So like they're serial killers, but very meticulous about it.
Yeah.
Basically.
So like, if they get in like they won't just go off killing, like throwing firebolts at random civilians.
Right.
But they're like, okay, there's some. They understand social constructs.
Then that would be lawful evil, right?
Yeah, it'd be lawful evil. So they like hold up to the laws, but when there's no laws in a certain area, like behind closed doors, like you're in a dungeon in the middle of nowhere with your party members and 5 dudes that just surrendered, burn them all fucking alive.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think that would work as a good foil to, so if there was that character in a party, I think there would need to be a goody, like a Boy Scout character.
Oh
in
yeah,
the party
they'd be like, hey.
to foil each other.
Exactly, but
it's a cool character.
It's definitely totally not what I'm gonna do if my Lord Mayo dies.
It's definitely better than just going full murder hobo.
Yeah, murder hobo is a whole different story.
Yeah,
which apparently I saw on a few Reddit posts that that's a common thing by the end of D&D campaigns, is that at one point someone, like the party, ends up owning a piece of property.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Makes like no sense, because like then you have to look out, like, do they make money off of it and all that good stuff.
Well, what I would do is, if I were to be like, oh, you finished like the main quest, like you're level 18, level 20 or whatever, like you're done adventuring, like whoever you did the quest for is probably a really high up, like a king of somewhere. They'll probably be like, hey, we have this plot of land, we have this really nice house, but I'm just going to give it to you as a reward.
Yeah.
And then you never need to pay like taxes or anything, you just live there.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. But like there was one story I saw on TikTok where this dude, they were gambling on like arena or whatever. They're like watching fights, and they ended up winning because the DM actually rolled for the fights.
Yeah.
And they won a lot of money, like probably like 2,000 platinum.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Because they bet all of their money combined as a party.
A platinum is 1,000 gold, right?
It's either 1,000 or 1.5 of 1 gold.
Okay. It's a shitload of money.
It's basically a lot of money. And they all pitched in and bought a tavern at level 5.
That's awesome.
They bought a tavern at level 5, and they left it there and let other people run it, and they came back and picked up money from it.
Hey, I mean, if you find a way to all of a sudden come in with a bunch of money, that's a great lucrative idea. It's a good investment, basically.
You should definitely let us gamble. Like
I do let you guys gamble.
High stakes gamble.
High stakes gambling?
Because we only do like devil dice and stuff like that.
Yeah, you guys do devil. I need to come up with more games to do gambling, because I like it being like, oh, let's actually play the game rather than just be like, okay, role play.
Well, if you do arena at the next big town we go to, well, there is an arena at the old one. We could just bet on the gladiator fights.
Oh, that's very true. And then I could just be like, okay, you bet on 1, you bet on 2. I'll roll to see who wins.
Yeah, and that's all you do.
That could be cool.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you have to figure out how odds work.
Yeah. Right now, you guys do have kind of a quest you need to kind of finish. Like it's
100%.
The clock is ticking, but after you guys finish that quest, you guys can do whatever you want.
I'm also broke as shit, so
yeah, you're broke as shit, but Alduin and Pierce are not.
They're the only ones in the party to have any money, and they're the most selfish ones in the party. So if we ever needed money for anything that's serious, they won't pay.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes with some characters,
Yeah. I also found another TikTok that I wanted to show you at minimum.
Okay.
And I just gotta find it.
Is it a D&D TikTok?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I just oh man, this is hard to find because I don't know when I liked it.
While we're waiting, what are you gonna eat for dinner tonight?
Anyways, I couldn't find it. I'm not.
You're not eating dinner?
Nope, I don't exist. Okay. I don't eat food.
I'm gonna eat frozen chicken wings.
Well, I don't eat food.
Yeah, you do.
Nope.
You're eating right now.
I'm not.
I see Cadbury mini eggs on your desk.
Those are empty.
No, they're not.
You want to bet on that?
Okay, yeah, they're empty.
That's what I thought.
I saw your posture change, and I was like, all right, they're empty. They look full, though, from my angle.
Yeah, I wish they were. I hate them.
Yeah, and mini eggs slap.
Anyways, the TikTok was basically you were saying that we have a ticking time bomb, that we have to do something. Well, this guy was talking about how different events could happen in it. So he has 6. No, it was 8. So after 8 long rests, he has like, let's say those 3 things are happening. So whatever your ticking time bomb is, it goes off after, let's say 1 cycle. Okay. It goes off after 4 cycles. A cycle is my terminology right now. It's my unit that I'm using.
Yeah.
So it goes off in 4 cycles. Every 8 long rest is a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So that means in reality, whatever 8 times 4 is, can't think of
8 times 4 is 24.
24.
Wait, nope. 8 times 4 is 32.
Yeah, 16 plus 16, 32. But it's basically 32 long rests, this thing happens. And you can change the amount of cycles that it is and stuff like that. And there could be other things like there's an army coming, or Tristan destroys the Everstone, or...
I have something in mind. Like, if you guys take too long, some like stuff's going to happen.
Yeah, or like a war breaks out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, totally.
And like we can do things to slow things down, to add more cycles to it. And that's basically what this was talking about, how he gauges big events that happen over it. And I'm adapting that into mine, because my city, my like state that you guys are in, you guys are already at war.
Right. Who are we at war with?
You
orcs?
aren't at war, but the city that you live in is already at war. And you have
who?
It with the mages. Everyone's at war with the mages because they let out the dragons. And it's been 20 years that they've been at war, but no one has mobilized yet.
Right.
So that's basically what it's at. And I need to figure out the timing of it, but you guys have even began to dive into the politics of my world yet.
Yeah, we're kind of open-ended right now. We don't really, I mean, I have things that I want to do, but everyone else, I don't know what their thoughts are, or what they want to do.
I like it because it's very open at my campaign.
I kind of boxed myself in now that I look back at it, that I made the quest that I gave you guys so linear or so time sensitive. But hey, whatever.
Happens.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, the fun part I'm excited to see in your campaign is after we get the Everstone back, or after whatever the ticking time bomb goes off.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't kill us, I'm okay with a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Because like maybe they go off and kill everyone in whatever Houston, whatever the name of your town was.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Like, okay, we just don't go back to Houston.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the original town where you got the original city?
Oh, yeah, that. Oh, I'm talking about the big city.
Houston was the big city.
Yeah, like if they just kill everyone in Houston.
Just fucking nuke Houston.
Yeah, with the Everstone for whatever reason it is. Like, we just don't go back,
that would
man.
Yeah.
Because
you wouldn't be a knight anymore, though.
Well, we tried to stop it. That doesn't mean...
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't be out of house, and I just would never mention it again. And the body kills everyone that was involved, and then we never talked that we were involved in Houston.
Oh my God!
And we go
get new identities for all of you.
I mean, I'll still be Lord Maya of the Heavy Beer Clan Knight of Houston. I mean,
not Knight of... I mean,
anyways.
On that note, I think we're coming to the close of this episode. This was a fun one.
It definitely was.
I had some fun on this one. Do you want to give any shout outs, any plugs?
Wow, guys, I actually stream now. So check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Lord Myer, LORDMYER.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
For me, check out my Letterboxd, Agent X Coop. Check out my TikTok, Agent X Coop. I think that's all. Listen to my band, Flowers for Laura. Check Dude's Roll out on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, all at Dude's Roll, all one word,
YouTube,
all lowercase.
If you're not listening to it on one platform, we have it on another.
Exactly.
If it's more convenient on Spotify, go to Spotify. If it's more convenient on YouTube, go to YouTube.
And if it's not convenient at all for you, don't fucking listen.
No. Talk to us. What do you want it on?
Yeah. I mean, send us money on Venmo.
Ask us. Tell us what platform you would prefer it on. Prefer it on, and we'll put it on there. Anyways,
we'll play your wedding. Send an inquiry to our business email.
We will talk for 3 hours at your wedding about D&D. It'd be a great gig, actually, dude. We just stay in the background, just talking about D&D while we get cake and food.
We'd be what is it? Shoutcasters.
Yeah.
For a wedding.
Oh my God.
She's walking down the aisle, everyone.
And up next we got the da-da-da-da dance. Oh my God.
It's the dance.
Dude, do you see the shoes that he has today? His shoes are on fire.
That's a handsome man right there.
Oh my God, we could actually kill this.
And on that note, stay safe out there, travelers.
And roll well.